Hello, so in this video what I'm going to be doing is talking about my experience auditioning at Emil Dale Academy. I auditioned on the 15th of December 2021, so I am making this video fairly late in comparison to when I auditioned, but I've only just got around to filming this. I've been doing other auditions, so if this video goes well I plan on doing this for other places I've auditioned, and yeah. I'm doing this just to help people out because I know before I was auditioning I watched loads of these videos, like Lucy Stewart Adams and everyone else who makes these type of videos. I've watched all of those. Okay, so let's get started. So the day started at 8:30. We were told to be there to start at 8:30. I got to the building at about 8 and there were already loads of people there. Like, it was a very busy day. There was people auditioning for the degree course like I was, the gap year course, as well as the BTEC course. Oh my god, I can't remember what it was called then. The BTEC course. At like 8:30 a guy came out, talked to us, we got like in a line outside of the door and then we went in one by one. As you go in to get registered you get like a sticker with your name on and your group letter. It was like group A, B, C or D. I was in group B. Basically, depending on what group you're in depends on like the order you'll do things. They also take a picture of you, which is like something I didn't expect, so like I was really awkward. You have to like hold your sticker or like stick it on you and make sure they can see it and then like smile. I think that what they did with that, I think they printed it out and like used it along with your notes so that they could like recognise you. For example, like in the dance workshop they could see, yeah, that's her there, rather than having to like look at the badge or like be like, who's this person? So yeah, so basically then we went into the factory, I think it's called, the room where they do all the performances, and they had like their performance of Legally Blonde playing on the screen that I was able to watch while I was waiting around, because there was quite a bit of waiting around in the morning, but that was because there were so many people to register. So like when everybody was in the room, the whole team who would be leading the day came in, just did an introduction, and then they'll let everyone know that group C and D would be dancing first and group A and B would be going to do the singing and acting first. Then the head of singing came in and he did a big vocal warm-up with everyone, so there was so many of us, but that was like a 10-minute warm-up just to get us all warm, which I thought was really good because not a lot of places do a vocal warm-up. They just expect you to come in and be warm. And then group A and B will take around to the other building and then we did our song and monologue. Group A went upstairs, we stayed downstairs. So they went upstairs with different teachers assessing them and we stayed downstairs. So all this time we had like a student leader helping us. I think she was from her second year, she was absolutely lovely. So we got to take her around to a studio where we was able to leave our bags and everything. And then what happened, there was about, I think it was 18 of us, because what she basically came around to do, the student helper, she split our group in half then. Half of us went to do our song first, half of us went to do our monologue, and I think there was 9 in each group. So what we then did was went round to the waiting room. So I did my song first, we just went in one by one and it was literally just you and the pianist in there and a camera. As you go in, just introduce both your pieces to him, show him any cuts or anything, because you had to bring like 2 contrasting songs. However, I only ended up doing one of my songs, so I did a lot of other people that day. I think they just want you to prepare too if they need to hear something more, so it was really chill. I did my first song, I did my 2-minute cut for it, and then he wanted to do a vocal exercise, so it was like a head voice exercise where it was just scales. So then what was able to do, once you'd done your song, or if you was doing the monologue first, then you'd go around and then wait in the waiting room studio. There's like a lot of waiting around on the day, but you don't get like a designated break to eat, drink, get changed, so that is your time to do that. So then what we did after everyone had finished the song and monologue, we literally just swapped over. So we went back into the waiting room and we went in to do our monologues individually. How it went for the monologues, you just go in and it literally is just one guy, one of the acting teachers, and a camera again. So what he asks you to do is he says, I'm going to press record and then say the name of both of your pieces at the beginning, and then he says to just do your favourite first. I did one, then the other, and he literally gave nothing away like on his face or anything, so I didn't like say anything, so literally that was it. So that was over. I feel like that was the scariest bit of the day because like it's your one-to-one things, it's the stuff that you have to remember and prepare yourself, and I think that's the scariest bit of the day over with. After we finished that, we swapped over with group C and D, so they came around to the other building to do their song and monologue, and we went round to the main building to do our dance workshop. I really enjoyed the dance workshop, it was really good. So we went in, there was one woman who I believe was the head of dance who kept coming between the two groups and like assessing us. At the end she came back to like watch us do it in smaller groups and like fully assess us then. So the class started off with a fat warm-up, which was very intense, but it was good. So there was like a lot of cardio and then some strengthening, and then we did some stretching. Then at the end of that we got time to like individually stretch, so like anything you needed to stretch then you was able to. And then we went and did some travelling sequences from, it was like from each side of the room. So these were done individually. We did turns, kicks and leaps on each side. Then we went on to learn the routine, which was like majority of the class. I think the class was an hour and a half. I want to say the routine was about a minute long. It was really jazzy, really, you could really like characterise through it and act through it, which was quite good. It had like a lot of technique stuff in, so like kicks and turns, and then literally last minute before we were doing it, to be properly assessed, he was like, okay, 8 counts of improv at the end. So then once the woman had came back to properly assess us, she had like the sheets of paper and read out the names. I think we'd formed it in like groups of 5 or 6. She was like, on one side forward, one side back, forward, back, forward, back. We did it twice, so then it was like do it that way, then swap the lines over, but it was like back to back, so it was like quite intense. But the first time we did it, it was like just do it without the improv at the end, and then again with the improv at the end, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's when you properly have to go for it. Obviously it's important to perform all the way through, but obviously that's like the time when you're gonna like fully be assessed, so it's like perform. So that was the end of a dance workshop after we all performed it in like a small groups, and then I think at the end we did it like one more time all together. But yeah, it was really chill, it was a really good environment and I really enjoyed it. So then we all went up to the factory again so that we could find out who was getting interviewed. I think the day was finished at about just before 4, I want to say like 3:45, and then those that were asked to stay for an interview then stayed. I think I found out like 2 weeks later, so yeah, it is a bit of a wait, but at the same time it's like in comparison to some schools which make you wait literally months, and that's like nothing. That's how my audition day at Emil Dale went. I hope it can help other people prepare for what to expect when auditioning for Emil Dale. Like I was saying, overall it was a really good audition day and it did feel like a workshop, so yeah, it was really good. And yeah, like I said, I have other videos like this that I will be able to do from other auditions, so I plan on doing that if this one goes well. I hope you enjoyed, and if there's any other questions you have about the audition day, about drama schools, about anything like that, then yeah. And also if you have any other video ideas that I could do, then let me know, because I want to be consistent with this and I'm not full of ideas. I do hope you enjoyed, so bye.